Hey Gemini, welcome to your love and romance reading for November 2022. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You might stumble upon this video at some future time, that's fine. You're going to see the video whenever you're meant to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective, therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So now we're going to connect here, my dears, and without further ado, we're going to see what's coming up here for the Gemini Collective, for love and romance, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Venus. Move you all just a little bit closer. All right, first card coming up here for the collective is the Five of Swords, Gemini. This can go a couple of different ways, okay? The Five of Swords can sometimes come up when we're getting to a scorched earth kind of situation, like the burning of bridges. So some of you maybe are very done with a situation to where you want to burn bridges with someone. I feel that those of you who are in this situation, it's because you may feel like you've been dealing with a very fickle person. You feel like they're half in and half out, or it's somebody who just wants to come in and out of your life, and you're over it. Like you're done. And so maybe you're feeling like you just got to let this person have it so they stop coming around, or so that they realize they understand you're done. You know, maybe they're looking at you and they're acting like they think, oh, well, Gemini is really nice. Gemini understands. Or you, at this point, maybe you feel like this person thinks I'm an idiot. And so some of you Geminis might be in the energy where you're just really ready to let somebody have it and let them know that they goofed around too much. They played around for too long. Now, this doesn't mean that you're not in a happy relationship elsewhere, or that you're not dealing with like a positive new prospect. We're only one card in, and so we'll see what's coming up in these other cards. For some of you, this Five of Swords, even though it's the first card coming up, maybe it's more of a side plot in your love life in November. But there could definitely be someone who thinks they're just gonna, show up again and saunter in, and they're in for a rude awakening, right? Like they thought you were nice, or they thought that, like, they didn't think you had it in you. They didn't think you had it in you to let them have it the way that you're wanting to let them have it. Another way Five of Swords can come up is you could be dealing with somebody who's really triggering you. Maybe you're wanting to leave a relationship, but this person knows exactly which buttons to push to make you feel sorry for them, to make you feel bad for them. And you're like, oh gosh, how am I going to get out of this? They might like know which triggers to push to get what they want to get out of you. Or they may push buttons here and like turn the tables. Like you're coming to them with like, hey, I don't like this, or I don't appreciate this, or, this makes me feel really crappy when you do this or when you say this, or I need more affection, or I need to know that I can trust you right now. I don't know if I can trust you. Whatever it might be, you might be going to somebody with some very valid concerns, some very valid complaints, and they may be turning the tables on you and pushing buttons like, oh, you're so paranoid. Oh, you're so judgmental, right? And you're like, oh gosh, like I don't know how to deal with this person. And in either case, in either scenario, Gemini, I feel like some of you are just like you've just about had it, and you're getting to the point where you can't keep doing this. You're like, I'm gonna go off on this person. like this is going to end in a very dramatic way. And so there could be here, maybe you've tried dropping hints, you've tried giving this person hints, you've tried talking, but somebody just wants to keep doing what they're doing and they don't want to make changes, and they just want you to be okay with that. And you're like, no, it doesn't work that way. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting here from this Five of Swords. The next card that's coming up for the Gemini collective is the Sun. So you may be happy with someone else, right? You may have moved on, right? Or you may have a new person coming in and you're like, this looks really good. This looks really promising. But there could be somebody from the past that's lingering, or a current relationship that you're trying to get out of because this new Sun card energy is here. And so you might just really be having to let this person know, like, you've had your chance, your time is up, you didn't step up, you didn't deliver, right? And now, so sad for you, someone else has come along, they're stepping up, they're doing right by me. You need to get out of the way already. You need to accept this gracefully, bow out gracefully, and get out of here. Right? Like it's enough of this nonsense. And this person maybe isn't getting it, so you're getting to the point where you're going to have to burn bridges with them. Because now you have this Sun card, love. Sun card could indicate some of you may be dealing with a Leo. Not necessarily, but you could be. If you have Leo placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life that are improving your love life, blessing your love life, or helping you to encounter a significant romantic soulmate. But the Sun card in general, putting Leo aside, the Sun card in general is a card of true love. It's happiness, it's freedom, it's the opposite of codependency. And I feel, Gemini, like a lot of you are just coming to this realization where you've been in relationships where you've had to do a lot of things to change yourself to please other people, or like to walk on eggshells or really cater to them, and you're tired of it. You're like, it's too much, it's too much work. So now you're manifesting this healthy love, this healthy relationship where you're loved for who you are. You are accepted and praised and celebrated for who you are. And this is someone who fully trusts you. You fully trust them. You encourage each other. You motivate each other. You're happy to see each other shine. And you don't compete with each other. And you build each other up. There's a sense of freedom, a sense of playfulness. Your inner child plays really well with their inner child. You could just be kids together and laugh and, just kind of have a good old time and be silly and, not feel judged, not feel stupid or anything. And so it's like you're ready for this connection. You're ready for this love. And to me here, it's like you're breaking out of previous codependency cycles. Maybe previously relationships have been codependent, and no more of that, right? This is a healthy, solid relationship where you can be yourself and not have to hide who you are, and not deal with mistrust and jealousy and watering yourself down. This is the real deal, right? You're manifesting and calling in here the real deal. You're manifesting and calling in true love. The next card coming up for the Gemini collective is the High Priestess. You could be dealing with a Taurus or Pisces. You could be stepping into High Priestess energy yourself. Maybe this is why some of you are going to be in this scorched earth, burning of bridges energy. Sometimes when we are in High Priestess energy, we attract a lot of people that don't want to do their work. They don't want to do their healing. And this is another kind of codependent trait. They want to latch on to us. They want to latch on to us. They want us to be the reason for their healing. They want us to be the reason for their joy. They're sad, they're depleted, they feel an emptiness, they feel a void, and they want you to fill it up. And maybe you've been doing this and doing this and doing this, and now you're like, hey, I'm running on empty now. I got to fill me up. Maybe you can return the favor. They're not returning the favor, right? When we're in high priestess energy, we deal with a lot of people that just latch on to us. Or I shouldn't say we deal with it, because you can be high priestess and you can have healthy boundaries and you can learn how to stop people doing that. But when you're in high priestess energy, you're going to have people that want to feed off of you energetically, parasitically. And until you learn how to have nice, healthy, strong, energetic boundaries, energy boundaries, you will deal with people who latch on to you and deplete you and like suck you dry. And so, Gemini, some of you have been in this cycle with somebody. And you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't carry you anymore. I need to be happy. For some of you, this could be a family member, right? Maybe it's a family member and it's really starting to impact your love life. You can't date because you're always having to take care of this person emotionally, mentally. They're always having an emergency. They're always pulling at you, needing your time. Some of you could be burning bridges with someone who's coming in and really getting in the way, or interfering with your personal life, your love life, your relationship. And like they're having to understand they need to fill their own cup. They need to work on themselves. They need to heal themselves. You can't constantly be pouring into them. So you could be in high priestess energy. Okay. This could also be with high priestess: intense attraction, intense physical connection, intense physical chemistry, right? So maybe some of you, like, there's love, but there's also passion here. Maybe a great deal of physical intimacy, satisfying physical intimacy at that. It just feels to me like the kind of connection or the kind of relationship where you're like, this is taking precedent, this is taking priority, right? And anything that's coming in to interfere with this, I don't have time for it. Like, I want to be happy. I'm focusing on this. I'm putting my attention here on this. There could also be jealousy here. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie to you. With this Five of Swords, coming in, and you have the Sun card and the High Priestess, there could be people who are jealous, and they could be behaving in a way where you're like, I don't need that evil eye energy around me, So this burning of bridges or this cutting off could be by way of like information. Maybe you're not sharing information with friends or family, or you're not posting things about your relationship online because you're getting a lot of like negative energy, or you're getting, like, especially if you're very sensitive to energy, you may be picking up on that. I'm very sensitive to energy. I keep my circle very, very small. And I can tell you, uh, few times in my life when there's been somebody that I can sense that they're jealous or they're envious. When you're sensitive to energy, you'll pick up on that, and it's such a overbearing, like dragging down energy. So you may be cutting cords, you may be putting up energetic barriers and shields, you may be, putting yourself in that bubble, putting your loved ones in your home in a bubble of protection, maybe take a spiritual bath, and then you may just be like, you know what, I'm not going to give this person access. They don't need to know about that I'm happy, or that things are going good for me, or that I'm healing from a situation, or that this is an amazing relationship with the love of my life. They don't need to know these things. And so you may be cutting somebody off in terms of like information. You're not talking about the relationship, you're not sharing details about the relationship, and you're just kind of maybe, keeping this person out of those details, or like they're not able to know what's going on. I do feel that some of you are going to be in a situation where There seems to be some family interference, but I feel like whose ever family is interfering, if it's you or them, that person is stepping up and like putting an end to it. Like, enough. Like stop. Like, this isn't your business. This isn't your thing to get involved in. Or, you can't be calling here at all hours of the day and night, like needing stuff. Like, we need to rest, we need to sleep, we need to have our family time. So I feel like whoever has the family that's interfering, I feel like that person is stepping up and like, enough. Like, we need our time, we need our space here. But again, as I said, somebody here is in High Priestess energy, and when people are in High Priestess energy, they can be very, very alluring, to people who have a void and are avoiding doing their work. And so that person, that High Priestess person, is like, enough, enough, enough of this. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is the World. Speaking of enough of this, right? The World is closing out karmic cycles. The world is closing out those karmic cycles, learning from those lessons, and never having to repeat those previous lessons again. I feel that for some of you, okay, um, because we have these three major arcana cards coming in back to back, major arcana cards coming in back to back for me in my readings are big, big shifts, big, big changes, breaking out of karmic cycles, breaking out of past life agreements that no longer serve us. It's a massive shift. And so the sun, the High Priestess, and the World coming together give me a feeling, in a sense, that this is a relationship with someone with whom you're starting a whole new life. And so there might be a lot of people that are getting cut out. And it could just be as a part of your energetic shift. Like, you're shifting energetically, you're ascending energetically. So you're aligned in this relationship with this person who's matching your vibration. And it's like you're kind of going off together. It's making me think of that song. Um, there's a song, it's an older song, um, by the Postal Service, Such Great Heights. They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now, they'll say, but everything looks perfect from far away. Come down now, but we'll stay. So I just kind of feel like it's a breaking away from anything that's pulling you down, tearing you down, specifically tearing down your confidence. I feel, Gemini, like you're used to being in situations where people really put you down and just kind of tear you up, and then like make you feel like you have to make it up to them, right? Like, you're just absolutely the worst. And so now you have to make it up to me. And you're done with this. You're done with this cycle. You're like, I'm not the absolute worst. And I don't like being controlled in this way. It's like, if you want something from me, if you need something from me, you can just ask for it nicely. You don't have to manipulate me into doing it by making me feel like I'm a terrible person so that I do what you want me to do. I'm not going to accept that form of communication anymore. I'm not going to accept that agreement anymore. I'm not doing it. And so I feel this is a relationship in which you are appreciated, you're praised, you're built up, you're encouraged, instead of being torn down and being made to feel like, you're the sorry person over here and you gotta work your way back up to gain the favor of the queen of the mountain or the king of the mountain. You're like, I'm not doing this anymore. And so I feel like this is a connection with whom you're just breaking away from all kinds of negativity. This could be a partner that has very similar experiences that you do within their own family situations or friendships. And so together you guys are like, yeah, we're not doing this nonsense anymore. We're going to create our own friends. We're going to create our own family. We're going to create our own circle. And anybody who's coming in with this nonsense, bye, right? Bye. So there's a sense of doing life your way on your terms with a very supportive and loving partner. The next card that's coming up here for the Gemini collective is Temperance. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Look at all these major arcana cards. Almost every single one of your cards is major arcana. This is a really significant soul contract. This is a really significant soulmate. This is a really massive shift this time in your life, coming in through love life, coming in through romance. Temperance can be balance, divine timing, compromise, stepping onto life path. Some of you might be making a big choice or a big decision in your life path, big change of direction that's aligning you with this really supportive soulmate, this really significant soulmate. But temperance here to me is like it's issues of like stepping onto your path, going in the direction you're feeling called or led or guided in. Okay, some of you are breaking up with old soul family because you're ascending and now you're evolving into a higher frequency, evolving and joining a new family, almost like a spiritual adoption, or like a spiritual like acclamation, like you're marrying into our family, right, in a spiritual sense. And so you may be doing this as a couple, coming into a new soul family as a couple, both of you breaking away from old soul family because you're ascending and they're not. This is a deep message. I would definitely meditate on this. You might want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign. If this is none of those, sometimes those might resonate more for you, or they might just add extra little pieces to the puzzle, a little bit more information. If you want to check that out, there's a playlist in the description that will take you to the love readings, and you can check out the different love readings. If you want to check out the weekly forecasts for the week, where I talk about everything other than love, there's a link in the description where you can check out those. And if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I do have an idea this year. I don't know why I haven't thought of it in previous years, but I'm going to be setting aside 10% of the donations and the income that I get from private readings to buy toys for Tots. And I'll take pictures of the toys I end up buying. I'll take pictures of the donation I end up making, and I'll share that all in the community tab so you guys can see what you've helped me to contribute. So if you've been thinking about getting a private reading and you like the idea of contributing to Toys for Tots, then check out my scheduling page, look at which reading options look good to you, and feel free to schedule there. I hope you guys will come back and check out the weekly forecasts and check out the card of the day messages I post every day on the channel. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care. Oh, I should say fabulous November. I'm used to the weekly forecast. So have a fabulous week. Have a fabulous November. Have a fabulous everything, right? Hope to see you again, my dears. Thanks for watching. Bye.